Shalom, and you're now locked in here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get nothing but the raw and the real whenever I'm in front of the camera. So make sure y'all show the page some love, like, subscribe, and share. Shalom and greetings, and welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get the full 100 whenever I'm in front of the camera and no paid media points. Now, family, before we get started, I want to first say Shabbat Shalom, Israel, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Shabbat day, man. Be safe out there, okay? Now, y'all see the title, right? That's right. All jokes aside, why is Joe Biden in the White House so silent on what happened down here in down there in Montgomery, Alabama, where this brawl took place at? Why are they so silent on this situation? Okay, I'm getting ready to break down and explain to you that America has a big problem on their hands, and what we're witnessing is the end of an empire. Okay, it's coming to an end. I'm getting ready to explain and break down to you the reason why this is. And I'm going to be explaining to you why this situation down here in Montgomery, Alabama is really scaring those that sit at the top that run this country. Because as I have explained to y'all, and I'm going to keep explaining this to y'all and beating this into y'all head so that y'all can grasp and understand, there are two different types of Europeans here in this nation. Those that run this country, that sit at the top, these people are racist and they support white supremacy, and I'm gonna prove that to you today. Okay, but with that being said, right, I want to play a clip right before I start breaking this stuff down and explaining to you why the White House and you know what I'm saying, and all of these people are so quiet on this matter that happened down here, and it's clearly you know, it's clearly race motivated. We know this is a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? There's talk about the FBI investigating and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what you guys got to understand is that the FBI and all of these, you know, the alphabet boys, they have aided and abetted white supremacy from the beginning, because these are the people that run this country. Okay, these are the people that's trying to keep up all of these divides and you know, and keeping all of this stuff going, because this is how they stay in power. You know what I'm saying? But those days and times are coming to an end. What you're witnessing, my brothers and sisters, is the end of an empire here in the United States. It's coming to an end, okay? And I'm getting ready to break all of this stuff down for you so you can grasp. But now, I want to play this clip, right, from CNN. They interviewed the actual captain of this particular boat, right? Now, before I play this clip, let me say this, right? A few days ago, right, when I uploaded the video on a riverboat brawl, because see, this is what the news do, right? And I'm getting ready to play the clip from CNN. You're gonna see it yourself, right? They keep showing the you know, the initial what happened when you had, you know, the guys jump on the co-captain initially, and you know, they were saying, well, we thought the guys was going to help and try to break it up, but they all jumped in and you know, start jumping the guy. You know what I mean? Dang, I lost my train of thought right there. But at any rate, the guy was explaining about damn, that's crazy. I done lost my train of thought that dang fast. I got so much stuff that I'm trying to talk about. But where was I going with this? But anyway, YouTube struck my channel, right, and blocked my video, right, and did all of this stuff, right? And I'm like, well, how are y'all blocking? Oh, I know I was going back to. Okay, so this is the point I was making. So I'm finna play this clip from CNN, and it's gonna show you what the guy's saying, but it's gonna also show a part of the video of the fight that they kept running. And it was the part where all the white people jumped on the black guy. They didn't show any of the other stuff where, you know, the guys had basically came down and it was like, you know, basically surrounded them. If y'all go look at my YouTube shorts, I got it up there where they had when the guy jumped into the water and stuff like that. They didn't want to show that part where they basically got confronted and got their tail whooped. They kept showing the sound bites of the black guy getting jumped on, and you know, basically kept playing it and stuff, right? So YouTube struck my channel, right? Gave me a strike, said I couldn't post for a week and all this other stuff, and I filed an appeal and I want to help you guys out, to those of you that may have gone through that or may go through that in the future. My thing to YouTube is, how are you striking my channel when major news networks are playing this same clip and none of these channels are being struck, none of their videos are being taken down? So you're gonna target small news networks or black platforms that's talking about it, because you want to slow down monetization and all of this other stuff and pretty much silence us while the major news networks can talk about this stuff. And I don't understand, they talk about this violence policy, but at any rate, look at all the violent stuff that's on YouTube, rap videos and all of y'all. This stuff is not violent. You know what I'm saying? And they know that if they actually comply with those rules and regulations they're talking about, 75, I'm gonna be generous, at least 75% of black YouTube will be shut down, because we talk about all this violent stuff and this stuff that's going on in our neighborhoods, in our communities, and just, you know what I'm saying, in the black community, the black industry, period. You know what I'm saying? So when I appealed it, I said, y'all got other news networks out here, other channels that's playing this stuff, and they're not being struck down. And of course, they lifted the strike. So that's just some game for y'all. If y'all encounter that, if y'all get a video or anything that's struck, if you got other videos that's up on YouTube that's similar to that, that's saying the same thing, include that in your appeal, okay? This is the same thing they do in court when they fight in court cases. Well, this happened in this case, so they got relief on there, whoop-de-whoop, right? Okay, so now let's roll the clip, right? Now check this out real quick, right?
Had you had any other experiences before with this same group of people?
Well, I don't know about the same group of people. This is a group that comes up from downriver, from Selma. They come up every year and they park their boats and they go have fun downtown. And we have, a couple of years ago, we came back from the cruise to get our golf cart that we used to get people up the hill that are handicapped or elderly. Mm-hmm. And we get back and the golf cart's gone. We don't know where it is. Well, eventually we get a call from the hotel, and the Embassy Suites Hotel, and they say, hey man, your golf cart's in our lobby. So we go down there and get the golf cart, and we see the video, we find out who it is, we call the police, we all get together with the guy that stole it, and the police say, it's just kind of a prank. And I called my boss, because the boat belongs to the city, right. And he said that's city property, but so he wanted me to press charges, but the police said, hey man, just a little prank, so let's let it slide. I said, okay.
Well,
so we
Captain, there's been a very different response to this. This does not feel like a prank. It's not.
So we just heard from the captain, right? And you guys can go to CNN. They got the video up there where the guy's telling you basically what happened, right? So the guy spoke about an incident that happened approximately, I believe he said it was a year ago, right? So he tells us about how these groups come up from Selma, they come up here to this dock and they, go up there, party, whatever the case may be, and then they cut out, whatever the case may be. So he tells us about how they come up here one time and he took a golf cart that this riverboat company or whatever uses to, basically help elderly, handicapped people get, to and fro from the boat and, up the hill wherever they're going, right? And he tells us that these Europeans took the golf cart, right? Took it to the hotel, put it in the hotel lobby, whatever. The hotel lobby calls the riverboat people, tell them that, hey, we got the golf cart up here. They go up there, whatever the case may be. And the guy's like, he says, now he tells us that the city boat, that the riverboat is owned by the city, right? And now I just keep all this in mind because I'm getting ready to explain to you why the White House is so silent on this, right? So he tells us that the riverboat is owned by the city, right? So the city owns the boat. So they wanted to press charges on this guy that took this golf cart and went up there. But then the police said, well, don't worry about it. It was just a prank. So once again, here you have the police aiding and abetting white supremacy. And they allow these uncivilized, as Willie D would say, these uncivilized mutts to do all of this stuff that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And not correct them for that. And then, try to make it seem like, oh, well, we're just this civilized people. But these people they do this stuff and they allow them to get away. So the police, as I'm explaining to you, the two different classes of Europeans here in this nation, those that are in power are racist and they allow the white supremacists to get away with the stuff that they're doing. So he told them, don't worry about filing charges. It was just a prank. But if that would have been black people that did that, they would have been in jail and they would have been bonding out of jail and giving money to the city, because this is just how it is here in this nation. Okay? So at the end of the day, we can clearly see that the police is involved in this stuff, they don't care nothing about, about what these guys are doing. So because the police have allowed them to get away with this stuff in the past, this is why they felt so emboldened to jump on that captain and do what they did and feel like they didn't have to adhere to any laws or any authorities, because the police has allowed them to get off the hook numerous of times down here in Alabama with this type of stuff. Okay, now let's continue on. So my question is why is the White House and Joe Biden so silent on this matter? Now, let me bring back to y'all remembrance. I want to jog y'all memory. Do y'all remember when you go back to the days and times of Obama, right? When Obama was in office and, stuff would happen, racist stuff, they'd be right in front of that podium. Oh, this is not the place for that, and we got to get along, and da-da-da-da-da, this is no place, and you know what I'm saying? We heard speeches, right? When Trump was in office and you had all this stuff going on, they were tearing down statues and all of this other stuff, they came out and this is no place in America and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But now you have Europeans jumping on a black person, and then we got black people doing the same exact thing that they do all the time and get rewarded in backpacks on their back, and now they silent. They butthurt. They're not saying nothing. So you guys got to understand, right? The honorable, the most high, Yahuwah, right? Okay, the mighty one of Israel, right? You have to understand, right? And I don't want to take y'all to church today, right? But what you guys got to understand is that a lot of y'all believe in this New Testament, right? The New Testament is fake, okay? The only thing we believe in is Tanakh. All we study and believe in is Tanakh, because the New Testament does not agree with nothing in Tanakh. This is how we know that it's fake. The prophecies in Tanakh is something totally different from what you read in your New Testament. It's turn the other cheek and all this other stuff. Yah tells us in the last days he's going to turn our captivity back right before our eyes. And this is what's going on. And this is what has this nation shook. See, the United States is in a crisis right now. Let me break this down and explain this to y'all, right? Number one, we have, and this, I'm going to say this is allegedly, but we know that in the past, see, whenever this election cycle comes around, there's always people that's paid by these different groups to go out here and commit crimes, racial motivated crimes, to make it seem like, because it's this thing with the Republicans and the Democrats, where whenever the Republicans are in the office, they run this racial offense where it's, oh, the race is this, and what about this, and what about that? But when the Democrats are in office, you really don't hear about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, these are the people that's putting the money within these other groups and fueling this stuff, right? All of this different propaganda, right? So what's crazy is that we're in an election cycle here in the United States, right? There's a big war that's going on between Trump and the United States. They do not want this guy in office, right? And even though I do believe Trump would be good for the country, I'd rather Democrats stay in office, right? Now y'all may say, like, why do you feel, why are you saying that? It's because y'all have to understand, America is done. The only way for Israel, okay, the black people here in this nation, descendants of slaves, to rise, is that this nation has to go down. Black people cannot rise and be successful with the current system that's in place now. So this has to be destroyed. Okay, so yeah, put the Democrats in and let them run this nation all the way into the ground, because it's going down, and it's going down fast. Okay, but this is something that they were blindsided by. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not something that this is not an office that they run. They're trying to deal with Trump. They don't want Trump in there. They got all this stuff that's going on. You got all this stuff that's going on in the Middle East. They sending reserves and all this stuff out here and all of this stuff on the thing. The last thing they need is a race war on their hands here in this nation that's not fueled by them, and one that they cannot control. See, so the White House is not going to come out and speak on it. And let me break down the science to you of what just happened here, right? Because Yah can't, he's the creator. He can't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Here we have a situation where this riverboat was not owned by this black guy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's number one. The boat belongs to the city. So this guy is an employee for the city. You know what I'm saying? He's I believe they said he's a co-captain, you know, of this ship, right? So he's a worker on this ship, right? And all he was doing is the job that they're paying him to do. So this is not like this is a black-owned business. This was his own stuff or whatever the case may be. But this is white folks stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have white folks that's jumping on them, caught live on tape. You know what I'm saying? And this is not the only time this has happened in history. This has happened all throughout history. It's just you got to understand, in the 30s and the 40s and in the 1800s, they didn't have cameras and all of this stuff that they could just, you know, upload to YouTube or the internet, and then it just go viral, and then people all around the world see what's going on. So you got a situation where black people are working for white people, and then you have white people jumping on black people because on a black person because they're trying to park their boat where the city parks that boat where it's supposed to be at. You're not even supposed to be in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lose-lose. It's nothing that they can really say. It's no way for them to wiggle around out of it. They just gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I uploaded that video, go look at the short. I got it up, and I mean we all done saw it, right? When you had the young youth surrounding those Europeans, and they jumped in that water, and they, you know, got beat down or whatever the case may be. This is what the United States is. This is what the United States fear right here. This is why they target our children, because they know that the youth is the next generation that's coming in. Okay, they're not worried about a lot of these older people that's, you know, that they know going to be dying. What they're worried about is the youth, because the youth are the ones that's going to usher in this new era, you know what I'm saying, of this revolution that we're in. And what I want you guys to understand is that Tanakh teaches us that in the last days there's going to be a war where the Most High is going to bring these nations against his people. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to demonstrate his might. He's going to speak. You know what I mean? It's going down, you know, so people have to prepare for that. So this is why they're trying to feminize, you know, the men. Because the men are the strength of the nation. You know what I mean? And this is something that I'm going to be talking about up the road, why black relationships with men and women are messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because what you guys got to understand is that in any nation, the men are the protectors. Okay, whenever the men is overthrew, the women are just, you know what I'm saying, they just powerless. They gotta go with the opposition, whoever's the strongest. So this is why they target young black males, because they know that if they can keep us in jail, they can keep us, you know, in this rainbow stuff and all of it, and keep guys feminine, soft, and laid back, then they can continue on this course. This is why you got to understand the minds of y'all. See, these guys that's in the trenches, that's you know, the days and times is coming where, you know what I'm saying, people gon' turn, and it's just gonna be like, listen, man, we not fighting no more. We gonna unify. We coming together. We gonna let bygones be bygones, and we gonna unify. And this is what they don't want. They want us fighting each other, because as long as we're fighting each other, we can never unify and get up out of this captivity that we're currently in. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it is, fam. And let me say this, right? We have to continue to unify, right? You're gonna have a difference of opinions among all of us, because we're all different. We all see things differently. You might see things this way. This person might see things this way. You know what I mean? But one of the things that I want to encourage is that there's nothing wrong with people disagreeing with what I'm saying, or me disagreeing with people saying when you see things a certain particular way or feel a certain particular way. But it doesn't mean that we got to go out here and kill each other and do all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can disagree. We can disagree and still have relationships with one another and still be able to deal with one another. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really beefing with my people like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand that it's bigger than that, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got to educate our people, and we have to unify, you know what I'm saying? This is what this whole thing is on Israelite Talk TV is all about. And I think it will probably be better for me to do like a little video and really break down and explain to y'all what Israelite Talk TV is all about. But we have to continue to call out people and hold them responsible for what they're doing. But at the end of the day, fam, this is a good look for Israel, right? You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that went viral all around the world. You know what I'm saying? This is, man, listen, man, they watching this stuff in Israel. They're watching this stuff in Iraq, Iran, China, all around the world. They're watching Judah demonstrate. Because let me explain something to you. The Southern Kingdom is who they came and got and brought to the United States. And Tanakh teaches us that Judah is going to be applauded by his brothers because we standing on that business. When you look around the United States, I mean, when you look around the world, what other, and this ain't no shade to Israelites or / blacks around the world, but the United States, we holding this stuff down. Ain't nobody going through and warring with the oppressors like we're warring with them around the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around the world is watching us here in the United States to see how we gonna do it because we got the torch right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, so at the end of the day, we're gonna continue to hold it down, and you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this. Make sure y'all share this video out there with some of the major platforms. Of course, I'm not all the way back in the algorithms right now because you know, I understand this game. You know what I'm saying? My thing is you gotta have your business and stuff in place before you just get out here and just start working and doing all this other stuff. So we got stuff in alignment. We getting ready to take off, but share this because we need some of the major platforms. We need to work together. They need to, you know, hear this and you know, if they may, you know, continue to build off of this. Oh, I see what Big Light was saying. Now, you know, woo. Now they can expand on it. You know what I'm saying? But we got to continue to get this message out there to the people. Let me know what y'all thoughts is on this. Make sure y'all guys go subscribe to my website. Like I said, we're going to be giving out gifts and stuff like that to the people, some giveaways here real soon. And once again, it's we back on the 20,000 mark. So we at what we at right now on YouTube? We're on, I think we had like 18,000. So 2 more thousand, and then we're gonna do a big giveaway here on Israelite Talk TV, and we're gonna bless some families. So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, share this thing, and I'm signing off here on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.